4 worst carbs you should never touch, and 4 you must eat after 60. What if the very carbs you start your day with, your toast, your cereal, even that so-called healthy snack, were quietly stealing your strength, aging your body, and draining your energy faster than anything else in your diet? For decades, seniors have been told the same story. Carbs give you energy. But here's the hidden truth. After 60, your body doesn't handle carbs the same way it used to. Instead of fueling your muscles and brain, the wrong ones flood your bloodstream with sugar, strain your pancreas, and inflame your arteries. A major study found that the worst carbs can raise your risk of type 2 diabetes by 70%, while also accelerating memory decline and muscle loss. Even scarier, nearly every senior is eating at least one of these dangerous carbs every single day without even realizing it. But here's the good news. Not all carbs are the enemy. In fact, the right ones, the ones most seniors overlook, can actually rebuild muscle, protect your heart, sharpen your memory, and keep your gut young and strong. That's why today, we're exposing the 4 worst carbs you should never touch after 60 and the 4 best carbs you must eat daily if you want to stay independent, mobile, and sharp for years to come. And wait until you see the number 1 carb on the worst list. It's sitting in almost every kitchen, and yet it's been linked to early dementia and heart failure. On the flip side, the number 1 best carb has been proven in studies to reverse markers of aging in seniors. Before we dive in, I want to know, where are you watching from and how old are you? Drop your answers in the comments. We reply to each and every one because your story could help another senior just like you. Now, let's get started, beginning with the first carb on the never touch list. Worst carb number 4, white sandwich bread, the everyday staple that silently ages you. For many seniors, white sandwich bread feels like comfort food. Toast in the morning, sandwiches for lunch, maybe a slice with soup at night. It's soft, it's easy to chew, and it's been part of the American table for generations. But here's the shocking truth. Today's white bread is nothing like the loaves our parents and grandparents ate. Modern white sandwich bread is made from ultra-refined, bleached flour that digests faster than sugar. That means the moment you take a bite, your blood sugar skyrockets. For younger bodies, that spike might burn off. But after 60, when your pancreas slows down and your cells are less sensitive to insulin, those sugar surges linger longer, causing damage from the inside out. A 2021 study in diabetes care followed over 8,000 adults over 60 and found that seniors who ate white bread daily had a 29% higher risk of type 2 diabetes and a 16% greater risk of heart disease. And here's the cruel twist. Most seniors never realize bread is the culprit because it doesn't taste sweet. But metabolically, your body treats it almost the same as candy. It gets worse. White bread contains almost no fiber, which means your gut bacteria, the tiny army that protects your immune system, keeps your digestion smooth, and lowers inflammation, go hungry. Without fiber, your gut weakens, your immunity drops, and inflammation spreads silently through your body. That's why seniors who eat white bread regularly often report more bloating, more joint pain, and lower energy. Then there's the additives. Many commercial breads are loaded with hydrogenated oils, added sugars, and enriched flours that sound healthy, but do little more than trick your body. Instead of nourishment, you're getting a processed product that accelerates muscle loss, clogs arteries, and feeds the very conditions you're trying to avoid. Take the case of Clara, a 72-year-old grandmother who thought she was eating light by having toast with tea every morning. She came to her doctor complaining of fatigue and brain fog. Her blood tests revealed unstable blood sugar swings, even though she wasn't eating sweets. When she switched to sprouted whole grain bread, her energy leveled out, and her morning brain fog vanished within weeks. What to do instead? Choose 100% sprouted grain or stone ground whole grain bread with at least 3 grams of fiber per slice. Read the label carefully. If enriched flour is the first ingredient, put it back on the shelf. Better yet, swap bread for a small portion of lentils or sweet potatoes for steady energy and more nutrients. The bottom line: every slice of white sandwich bread is like taking a small step toward diabetes, frailty, and fatigue. After 60, it's no longer just bread. It's a silent saboteur of your health. Worst carb number 3, rice cakes, the diet snack that wrecks senior metabolism. They're light. They're crunchy. They're marketed as the guilt-free snack you can munch on anytime. For decades, rice cakes have been advertised as the go-to choice for weight loss and heart-healthy eating. But for seniors over 60, they're one of the most deceptive and dangerous carbs you can eat. Here's why. Rice cakes are made from puffed white rice, which strips away the bran and fiber. What's left is almost pure starch that hits your bloodstream like table sugar. In fact, rice cakes have a glycemic index of over 80, higher than candy. That means the moment you crunch into one, your blood sugar surges, your pancreas scrambles to pump out insulin, and minutes later, you crash into fatigue, shakiness, and cravings. For seniors, this roller coaster is devastating. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing sugar. Those repeated spikes and crashes don't just leave you tired. They accelerate muscle loss, increase inflammation, and damage blood vessels. A 2020 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology found that seniors who ate high GI foods like puffed rice had 200% higher post-meal blood sugar spikes compared to those who chose whole, slow-burning carbs. But the problems don't stop there. Rice cakes are also nutritional emptiness. They contain almost no fiber, protein, or healthy fats. That means they don't activate fullness hormones like leptin. You end up hungrier, snacking more, and ironically gaining weight, even though you thought you were eating light. Many flavored rice cakes add insult to injury. They're often coated with maltodextrin, artificial flavorings, excess sodium, or sweeteners that inflame the gut and increase blood pressure. For seniors already dealing with reflux, bloating, or IBS, rice cakes can worsen symptoms and disrupt the gut microbiome, leaving you more inflamed and nutrient deficient over time. Take David, a 68-year-old retired engineer who thought rice cakes were the perfect snack for keeping his cholesterol down. He ate 3 to 4 a day between meals, but instead of losing weight, he gained belly fat and began experiencing afternoon crashes so severe he needed naps. Once he swapped rice cakes for a small handful of raw almonds and a slice of whole grain toast, his energy stabilized, and his waistline shrank within 2 months. What to do instead? If you want something crunchy, skip the puffed rice. Try raw almonds, walnuts, or pumpkin seeds, snacks with protein, fiber, and healthy fats that stabilize blood sugar instead of spiking it. If you love the idea of a crisp bite, even a slice of sprouted grain toast with avocado is infinitely better for your heart, your brain, and your blood sugar. The bottom line: rice cakes are not a safe snack. They're a blood sugar bomb in disguise, and after 60, every spike and crash ages your body faster. Worst carb number 2, packaged breakfast cereals, the healthy start that ages you fast. They're colorful, crunchy, and claim to be fortified with vitamins. For decades, breakfast cereals have been marketed as the perfect way to start your day. But if you're over 60, pouring that box into your bowl may be one of the most dangerous habits quietly draining your health. Here's the truth. Most packaged cereals, from corn flakes to honey clusters to even so-called brand blends, are made from refined grains that have been pulverized and stripped of natural fiber. What's left is nothing more than fast-digesting starch that your body processes like pure sugar. And seniors are especially vulnerable. After 60, your body becomes less sensitive to insulin, and your pancreas works harder to control blood sugar. So when you start your morning with cereal, you're essentially shocking your system with a sugar tsunami. A 2019 study in the Journal of Gerontology found that older adults who ate processed cereal at least 5 times per week had a 22% higher risk of developing metabolic syndrome, a dangerous cluster of belly fat, high blood pressure, and unstable blood sugar. Even the healthier brands are a trap. Many cereals are puffed, flaked, or coated, making them digest at lightning speed. Worse, they're often sweetened with corn syrup, fruit juice concentrate, or barley malt, which are just fancy names for sugar. Some cereals contain over 20 grams of sugar per serving. That's more than a donut. And if you're pairing your cereal with low-fat milk, you're just adding more sugar without the fat your body needs to slow digestion. But sugar isn't the only problem. Packaged cereals are loaded with phosphates and emulsifiers that weaken your gut lining and deplete minerals like calcium and magnesium. That's why seniors who eat cereal daily often develop weaker bones, muscle cramps, and higher inflammation. Take Nancy, a 72-year-old retired nurse who thought her daily bowl of whole grain flakes was keeping her healthy. She couldn't understand why she was gaining belly fat, feeling sluggish all morning, and struggling with joint pain. After cutting out cereal and switching to steel-cut oats topped with blueberries, her energy soared, her belly slimmed, and her joint stiffness eased in just 8 weeks. What to do instead? If you need a quick breakfast, ditch the cereal box. Go for unsweetened Greek yogurt with chia seeds, or a boiled egg with a slice of sprouted grain toast. These options stabilize your blood sugar, protect your muscles, and fuel your brain without the crash. The bottom line, packaged cereals may look harmless, but for seniors, they're sugar-coated time bombs that speed up aging from the inside out. Worst carb number 1, French fries, the comfort food that quietly wrecks seniors' health. They're golden, they're crispy, they're comforting, and for many of us, they're irresistible. French fries have been a part of family dinners, barbecues, and quick lunches for decades. But here's the truth most seniors don't hear. French fries are one of the most destructive carbs you can eat after 60. On the surface, fries may look like a simple potato. But once they're cut thin, deep-fried in industrial oils, and loaded with salt, they transform into a toxic food that silently ages your body from the inside out. Number 1. A blood sugar bomb in disguise. Potatoes already rank high on the glycemic index, meaning they spike blood sugar fast. But frying them makes the impact even worse. Without fiber or protective nutrients, those starches break down instantly into glucose. For seniors, this is especially dangerous. After 60, insulin sensitivity declines, so blood sugar stays high for longer. That doesn't just cause fatigue and brain fog after meals. Over time, it damages blood vessels, weakens nerves, and accelerates memory loss. A 2023 study published in Nutrition and Aging found that seniors who ate fried potatoes at least twice per week had a 36% higher risk of stroke and were twice as likely to develop insulin resistance and vascular stiffness. That means fries don't just hurt your waistline, they threaten your independence. Number 2. Fried oils equals inflammation everywhere. Most restaurant or packaged fries are fried in cheap vegetable oils like soybean, canola, or corn oil. These oils are high in unstable omega-6 fatty acids that oxidize under high heat, creating toxic compounds that promote systemic inflammation. And here's something even scarier. Oils in fast food chains and diners are often reused dozens of times. Each time the oil is reheated, it breaks down further, producing acrylamides, toxic chemicals linked to cancer, nerve damage, and accelerated aging. When these compounds enter your bloodstream, they trigger oxidative stress, stiffen arteries, and weaken your immune defenses. That's why seniors who eat fried foods regularly often report worsening arthritis, digestive issues, and sluggish recovery from illness. Number 3. A salt trap for your heart and kidneys. A small serving of fast food fries contains over 300 milligrams of sodium. But let's be honest, nobody eats the small. Large portions can easily pack in 1,200 milligrams of sodium, half of your daily limit in one sitting. Excess sodium stiffens arteries, raises blood pressure, and forces aging kidneys to work overtime. For seniors, this means more swelling in the ankles, higher risk of heart failure, and a much greater chance of losing balance due to water retention and joint discomfort. Number 4. The emotional comfort that keeps you hooked. French fries aren't just food. They're emotional comfort. They come with family dinners, social outings, and quick convenience. That's what makes them so dangerous. You rarely eat them alone. They're paired with burgers, sandwiches, or fried chicken, creating a meal that overloads your system with sugar, unhealthy fats, and salt. But the price of that comfort is steep. Inflammation, memory loss, cardiovascular risk, and faster muscle breakdown. What to do instead? If you love potatoes, you don't have to give them up. Just change the way you prepare them. Bake sweet potato wedges with olive oil, garlic, and herbs for fiber, antioxidants, and slow-burning carbs. Roast regular potatoes with the skin on to preserve nutrients and stabilize blood sugar. Pair them with protein and leafy greens instead of burgers and fried chicken. This way, you still get satisfaction, but without the blood sugar spikes, toxic oils, and artery damage. From harmful carbs to healing carbs. Now, we've just uncovered the 4 worst carbs that quietly steal your strength after 60, from white bread to French fries. These foods don't just fill you up, they drain your energy, inflame your body, and accelerate aging from the inside out. But here's the good news. Not all carbs are your enemy. In fact, the right carbs can become your strongest allies. They can stabilize blood sugar, rebuild muscle, heal your gut, and keep your brain sharp. Exactly what your body needs to thrive in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. The difference lies in choosing carbs that work with your aging biology, not against it. Instead of spiking and crashing your energy, these healing carbs give you steady fuel, long-lasting strength, and real protection against disease. So let's flip the script. Here are the 4 best carbs seniors should eat daily, starting with one that's simple, overlooked, but surprisingly powerful. Best carb number 4, green peas, the small carb that protects big health. At first glance, green peas may look too ordinary to deserve much attention. They're tiny, common, and often dismissed as a bland side dish. But here's the truth most seniors don't realize. Green peas are one of the most powerful muscle-saving, gut-healing, blood sugar-friendly carbs you can eat after 60. Unlike fast-burning carbs like white rice or potatoes, peas are rich in resistant starch and soluble fiber. This means they digest slowly, preventing the dangerous sugar roller coaster that so many seniors experience, where blood sugar spikes, insulin surges, and then energy crashes leave you shaky, foggy, and fatigued. Instead, peas keep your energy steady and your brain sharp for hours. But peas go beyond blood sugar control. They're one of the only high-carb vegetables that contain leucine, a special branched-chain amino acid that tells your body, build and repair muscle now. This is crucial because after 60, your body naturally slips into a catabolic state, breaking down muscle faster than it rebuilds. Without enough leucine-rich foods, That breakdown accelerates into sarcopenia, the muscle loss that steals strength, balance, and independence. Science Spotlight. A 2022 study published in Nutrients followed seniors who ate green legumes like peas at least 3 times per week. The results? They preserved 14% more muscle mass over 2 years than those who didn't, even without exercise. That's the difference between needing help up the stairs and walking confidently on your own. Green peas also act like medicine for your gut. They contain cholesterol, a plant compound shown to reduce inflammation in the intestinal lining. That matters because when your gut is inflamed, every carb, even the good ones, becomes harder to digest and absorb. Poor gut health is a silent thief of energy, immunity, and clarity in older adults. By calming inflammation and feeding beneficial bacteria, peas help you absorb more nutrients from everything else you eat. How to use them right. The key is preparation. Don't boil peas into mush that destroys their fiber and phytonutrients. Instead, steam them lightly and finish with a drizzle of olive oil or a sprinkle of garlic to boost nutrient absorption. Add them to soups, salads, or stir them into rice and quinoa to balance your meal with slow, steady carbs. Think of peas as anabolic carbs, not just energy, but building blocks. They fight fatigue, support digestion, and preserve your muscles, all while being easy to chew, easy to digest, and gentle on sensitive stomachs. Bottom line, adding peas to your diet at least 3 times a week could mean more muscle, better balance, and smoother digestion, a huge return from something so small. Best carb number 3, steel-cut oats, the morning shield for blood sugar, heart, and brain. Oats have been called a heart-healthy food for decades. But here's the catch. Not all oats are created equal. Instant packets and quick-cook oats are so processed that your body digests them almost as fast as sugar. That's why they leave seniors with mid-morning crashes, brain fog, and rising inflammation. But steel-cut oats? That's an entirely different story. These minimally processed oats still have their structure intact, which means they digest slowly, releasing glucose into your bloodstream gradually. This slow burn gives your pancreas a break, prevents dangerous sugar spikes, and keeps your energy steady for hours. For seniors, this makes steel-cut oats one of the most protective breakfast carbs you can eat. The power of beta-glucan. What really sets steel-cut oats apart is their high concentration of beta-glucan, a unique soluble fiber found in oats. Beta-glucan is like a shield for your aging body. It lowers LDL cholesterol by binding to it in your gut and carrying it out of your system. It reduces systemic inflammation, which is at the root of arthritis, heart disease, and memory decline. It strengthens your gut barrier, keeping harmful compounds from leaking into your bloodstream and triggering widespread damage. Science Spotlight. A 2023 meta-analysis in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed that adults over 60 who ate one bowl of steel-cut oats daily lowered their LDL cholesterol by up to 15% and reduced C-reactive protein, a key marker of inflammation, by a significant margin. Lower inflammation means less joint stiffness, sharper cognition, and a stronger heart. A brain and immune booster. Steel-cut oats don't just protect your heart. They also feed beneficial gut bacteria, especially bifidobacteria, which produce compounds that heal your gut lining and even help regulate mood through serotonin production. That means less bloating, better digestion, and even a more stable mood. For immunity, oats are unmatched. Beta-glucan has been shown to wake up sluggish immune cells in seniors, helping the body fight infections faster and heal more effectively. How to use them right. Steel-cut oats take a little longer to cook than instant oats, about 15 to 20 minutes, but the health payoff is worth it. To prepare them the right way, cook with water or unsweetened almond milk instead of sugary dairy alternatives. Add cinnamon to improve blood sugar control. Top with antioxidant-rich berries or a spoonful of ground flaxseed for an extra anti-inflammatory boost. Avoid brown sugar, syrups, or flavored instant packets. Those cancel out the very benefits you're trying to get. Bottom line, for seniors battling fatigue, blood sugar swings, or rising cholesterol, steel-cut oats are more than breakfast. They're medicine in a bowl. Best carb number 2. Sweet potatoes, the super carb that fuels energy, vision, and gut health. When most people think of carbs, they picture white bread, pasta, or French fries. Foods that give a quick burst of energy but leave seniors crashing soon after. But sweet potatoes are in a league of their own. They're not just another starchy side dish. They're a nutrient-packed powerhouse that works with your aging body instead of against it. Unlike white potatoes, which can send your blood sugar soaring, sweet potatoes deliver slow-burning complex carbs. This means they release glucose gradually, keeping your energy stable and preventing those dangerous spikes and crashes that can lead to fatigue, blurry vision, or even long-term insulin resistance. Why sweet potatoes are so powerful for seniors. Number 1. Rich in beta-carotene for eyes and immunity. Sweet potatoes are loaded with beta-carotene, a plant pigment your body converts into vitamin A. And here's the truth. Most seniors are deficient in vitamin A. This deficiency can quietly weaken your immune system, slow healing, and even damage vision. A 2022 study in Frontiers in Aging found that older adults who regularly ate orange-fleshed vegetables like sweet potatoes had better memory retention, fewer colds, and a reduced risk of macular degeneration, the leading cause of blindness in seniors. Number 2. Gut healing resistant starch. Sweet potatoes contain a special kind of carbohydrate called resistant starch, especially when cooked and then cooled. Resistant starch feeds the beneficial bacteria in your colon, which then produce butyrate, a short-chain fatty acid that reduces inflammation, strengthens your intestinal lining, and lowers your risk of colon cancer. Seniors dealing with digestive issues like bloating, IBS, or leaky gut often notice improvement when they swap refined carbs for cooled sweet potatoes. Number 3. Electrolytes for muscles and heart. Sweet potatoes are rich in magnesium and potassium, two minerals that often decline with age or medications. These minerals are essential for preventing leg cramps at night, keeping your heart rhythm steady, supporting bone strength and muscle contraction. For seniors struggling with restless legs, cramping, or irregular heartbeat, this one carb can make a dramatic difference. How to eat sweet potatoes the right way. To unlock their full benefits, roast them whole with the skin on. The skin holds extra fiber and antioxidants. Avoid sugary toppings like marshmallows or brown sugar. Those cancel out the benefits. Instead, season with cinnamon, turmeric, or even rosemary for extra anti-inflammatory effects. For digestive healing, try cooking them, cooling them in the fridge, then reheating. This increases their resistant starch content. Bottom line, sweet potatoes are not just comfort food. They're a natural energy stabilizer, vision protector, and gut healer all in one. For seniors, they may be the difference between waking up tired and achy or energized and ready to take on the day. Best carb number 1. Lentils, the age-defying carb that rebuilds strength and protects your future. When most people think of carbs, they picture empty foods like white bread, pasta, or sugary snacks. But lentils flip that script completely. They're not just another plant food. They're one of the most powerful, nutrient-dense carbohydrates you can eat after 60. Packed with slow-digesting starch, muscle-preserving protein, and gut-healing fiber, lentils are the carb that doesn't just feed you. They repair, protect, and energize your aging body from the inside out. Why lentils are number one for seniors. Number one, blood sugar stability that protects your brain and heart. Lentils sit extremely low on the glycemic index, meaning they digest slowly and release glucose gradually. Instead of spiking your blood sugar like white bread or rice cakes, lentils give your body a steady stream of fuel. A 2021 study in the British Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who ate lentils at least 3 times per week had significantly lower fasting glucose, improved insulin sensitivity, and better cholesterol ratios compared to those who didn't. For seniors, this isn't just about avoiding diabetes. It's about protecting your brain and arteries from the damage caused by blood sugar swings. Number two, gut-healing prebiotic fiber. After 60, gut bacteria diversity drops dramatically, and with it, your immunity, digestion, and even mood can suffer. Lentils are rich in prebiotic fiber, which directly feeds the good bacteria in your gut. When these bacteria thrive, they produce anti-inflammatory compounds like butyrate, propionate, and acetate. These compounds heal your gut lining, improve nutrient absorption, reduce systemic inflammation linked to arthritis and brain decline. Seniors who eat lentils often notice less bloating, better digestion, and more energy after meals. Number three, muscle and nerve support with key nutrients. Lentils aren't just carbs. They're a hidden source of protein and essential minerals most seniors lack. Each cup provides iron, prevents anemia, keeping your red blood cells strong and oxygen flowing. Folate, critical for DNA repair, brain health, and memory retention. Magnesium, calms your nervous system, supports bone density, and prevents muscle cramps. Together, these nutrients help seniors stay strong, steady, and sharp, even when natural reserves decline with age. Number four, protects against early frailty and disease. Lentils have been shown to lower markers of inflammation and even reduce the risk of chronic diseases by over 30%. By stabilizing energy, protecting muscles, and fueling recovery, they help delay frailty and keep you independent longer. How to add lentils to your daily diet. The beauty of lentils is how versatile and easy they are. Soups and stews. Add red or green lentils to hearty vegetable soups. Cold salads. Toss cooked lentils with olive oil, lemon, and herbs for a refreshing, gut-friendly side. Curries and stir-fries. Pair with turmeric, cumin, or garlic for added anti-inflammatory power. Protein boost. Use lentils as a base instead of white rice or pasta. You'll stay fuller longer. For best results, cook dried lentils when possible. Canned varieties can be high in sodium. Aim for 1/2 to 1 cup of lentils 3 to 4 times per week. Pair with vitamin C, rich foods like bell peppers or tomatoes to increase iron absorption. Bottom line, lentils are the number one carb for seniors because they do what refined carbs never will. Keep blood sugar steady, feed your gut, and strengthen your immunity. Rebuild muscle and protect your brain. After 60, every bite counts. And with lentils, every bite brings you closer to staying stronger, sharper, and independent well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Final conclusion: carbs can be your greatest enemy or your greatest ally. If you've made it this far, you now see the truth. Not all carbs are bad, but the wrong ones, like white bread, rice cakes, sugary cereals, and French fries, are silently draining your energy, spiking your blood sugar, inflaming your joints, and even robbing years from your life. These aren't just empty calories. They're silent saboteurs that accelerate aging, weaken your muscles, and cloud your mind. But here's the hopeful part. The right carbs, like green peas, steel-cut oats, sweet potatoes, and lentils, are not only safe, they're age-defying fuels. They stabilize your energy, rebuild muscle, protect your brain, heal your gut, and keep your heart strong. Every carb you eat is either breaking you down or building you up. There is no neutral choice. And the best part? You're in control. By making smart swaps, ditching the worst carbs, and embracing the best ones, you can literally feel your body get lighter, stronger, and sharper within weeks. So here's my challenge to you. Tomorrow morning, instead of pouring a bowl of cereal or grabbing white toast, try a bowl of steel-cut oats topped with blueberries, or enjoy a baked sweet potato at lunch. Your future self will thank you. Now I want to hear from you. Which carb on today's worst list shocked you the most? And which one from the best list are you excited to add to your plate this week? Drop your answer in the comments. We read every single one because your journey matters. If this video opened your eyes, hit the like button, subscribe to It's Better Health, and share it with a friend or loved one over 60 who needs this life-saving information. Remember, you don't have to fear carbs. You just have to choose wisely. And when you do, you're not just eating, you're rebuilding your health, one bite at a time. Stay strong, stay sharp, and stay independent. I'll see you in the next video.